project now, we're putting meter pits in trailer houses so that we're not in the middle of winter trying to break the skirting, getting it off, and then, oh shoot, who fixes it?
Yeah. Yeah, who's responsible for that stuff and.
Yeah.
But if it's in a meter pit, it's usually not freezing either, like underneath the mobile home.
Correct. And if it freezes, it's not our company's getting sold, most of the time. But I just, we run them in our park, I mean, it's just nice to.
How much are they?
I'd have to look, they're expensive. I bet you the 24 inches or whatever, or the 18s, yeah, we have 15s currently, cause they're a lot cheaper, but it took us almost a year to get them, 2 of them, of which one we're gonna use on this project, cause I changed my mind up at, Casey Verhey's. I wasn't gonna do it, and then I decided to, and then Don's gonna do a future one, well, that's gonna sit there as an, so when she comes in to get a building permit for said building someday, we would hopefully have something in to try to recoup that money.
Yeah, but how much? I mean,
Just gonna guess 2,000 for a meter pit.
So we're gonna just
I
charge.
mean, something,
charge like
something.
500.
Yeah, something's better than absolutely nothing.
So everything would have a meter pit?
Trailer houses, shops,
Okay.
future tiny homes, stuff like that.
Like this guy that's bringing in a building
Yes,
down here now.
perfect example. And I have one set aside for him unless something comes up in the project. But I took one up today for Casey Verhey's, because I changed my mind, I wanna put one on Don. Trailer house, she's got one at her tiny homes, and then she'll have one there. And then, Casey Verhey will have one in his trailer house, Vern Scheit and Gary Johnson will have them on theirs down there. But it's just something I think would be nice to start planning.
$500.
Yeah, you just have to charge them when they do the work, like say, oh, this one's gonna require a meter pit, so it's gonna be $500 charge.
On fences and everything else, 50.
Whatever it is, yeah. That's up to you guys to do all the motion and all that, but.
So you think we should change the building permits to a percentage? I mean,
I'd say 1%.
so on a $500 deal would be $5. You know, if you're doing a,
Yeah, what are you gonna put up for $500?
well, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I think you're talking like a fence, 10,000.
Yeah, I don't even know what we need building permits for, as far as exactly a small job or whatever, but.
I think these are things that you guys need to be writing down and asking next Monday night.
That's good, yeah. I agree, I think it's, and then the last thing I had was, if you can, Brenda, can you, on the next, for the next meeting, can you do a spiking permit for the fire department?
Oh, yeah.
And then,
What's that one for?
for the barbecue beer and friends,
Be selling the park
and the firehouse will back up.
if it's rainy.
Yeah,
Oh.
we just started doing it.
Campground, not the park.
That
Yeah,
way we-
campground.
Yeah, that way we can get it,
Cause it's illegal in the
advertised
park,
and all
isn't it?
that. Yep,
Supposedly.
but at least we can get that going, and then I know typically they have that poker run that day, morning, whatever, and it's always nice to have that set up, and if it's raining, we're already set up, kind of thing, so. If we can get that advertised and done for the next meeting, and we're just done with it a month early.
Yep, so it won't slip through the cracks.
Yep.
Yeah. Anything else?
Nope, that's it.
John? Jeremy?
I don't think so, we can executive session, we're going there, right?
I forgot. I had something, but I can't remember.
Yeah, I guess the only other thing is the bank's drainage issue.
Oh, yeah, behind there.
Yeah,
First National Lake.
yeah.
Well,
You know,
they're gonna have their own ice fishing.
Last year we went in there and we scraped off, I don't know how much, cause they claimed we built up the alley, which we didn't, but what happened was when the apartment's concrete got put in, the drainage used to go that way.
well, now the post office put in rocks, so now it stops there. So now, and if I were to do the same, then it's all gonna stay in the bank. You know, and we can only go up so high before it starts coming to our buildings, you know, cause as we go to the north, they go higher, so. But they wanna do something and I wanna do something to get rid of the water, and I don't know what the best.
How about a
a vertical drain. I did that over at Warney's, he has that lake over by his driveway. And I just took my auger and just went down about 4 feet, and we put in a coarse rock at the bottom and a little bit crushed rock at the top, and man, that sucker drains in a day now.
I don't know. I
Couldn't
suppose
take much.
if we're on clay, I don't know what's under there for.
They wanted me to.
You kinda gotta get past the
Right
clay.
across the alley, and I'm like, I can't do that.
Yeah, we can't.
Dump it in his backyard.
Yeah, you know, and that's the thing, is it naturally wants to go that way, and it did before,
Yeah.
wasn't right, cause that yard was always flooded, you know, and now they still get a lot of water, that yard across there, but, I don't know what else can be done without spending a boatload of money. The only thing I was thinking is if we did a
With that dang phone box, I mean, I just can't believe there's not something we can do to have them relocate that or something. I mean, how many times have you or your customers or whatever backed into that?
the mailbox, the mail truck has done a boatload, but
Said it's I don't know who it is.
yeah, the phone company, whatever the phone one is. And they come, they put in new boxes, put in new poles, and it's smashed over right away.
It's gonna work.
Yeah, it's not good.
He uses landline anymore, anyway.
The bank is the only one that I know, but they even has landline over there.
I think that's the main trunk though, going out of this building.
Yeah, there's a lot of wires in there, I can't believe somebody still has phone, because they're all just hanging there.
Oh, that's like the one over
Yeah.
Yeah,
there's been, I keep trying to, the post is rotted off enough now, it's tipped over. So I'm trying to prop it back up, but, yeah, like you say, it's like apparently nobody in that box is still using, well, I mean, we got landline
Or
at the shop,
one
but.
customer.
I mean, the reason I say the box is because it wouldn't be that hard after a rain to go along with the road grader, put that moldboard at an angle and just shave it off and just, water starts running, you know it's working, and then just work back and forth.
and I used to get it flow, but now the post, I don't know where the right of way is, so I mean, I can't go into their lot and pull what they put in there, you know, that's, obviously it's in the right of way, cause it's all the way up to the alley,
Yeah.
so, but they pretty much dammed up the rest of it, so now it don't flow at all, and I don't know, you know. If I cut mine down, put rock in, it's just gonna stay in the bank and not come my way, so, if they do something before I do, then it's gonna go stay in my spot, you know, like I don't know where you. Cause if they build theirs up so it can flow, then it's gonna flow towards their building. You know, I just don't know what we should do back there, but.
Sure you don't wanna try a vertical drain?
Yeah, you know.
Like I say, if that thing wasn't in the way, if it wasn't in the way, it'd be easy just to cut a swale in there. But it would.
You think that would take care of it?
Yeah, I do, but we can't because by the time you go around that, now you're confined into, now you're going into private property to make the swale go around this box. If you go the other way, you're taking away from your alley.
Yeah, we could start the box and go north and start the box and go south and then everything would flow into the box.
Yeah.
There would be the vertical drain.
But I know, I mean, it's busy time right now, but she just asked me again and
She asks me every time we walk in there.
yeah, she wants to do something, but like I say, she
But
can't.
she keeps thinking that it's our,
Yeah.
nicely I say this, but she thinks it's our problem, but it's not. The alley, I can't rightfully walk out there and scrape all the alley and let drain to the neighbors. I can't.
And then, you know, I asked Gordy to put concrete back there, whatever, but he's like, you can't until you raise it up, whatever, you know.
Cause we walked out, me and Bodie walked out there and we had laid, and we have slope from the concrete thing to the driveway where he stopped and up by the building and all that, they have slope to get it out to that corner. It's just a matter of what's it gonna do after that.
Yeah. But, that's the only concern, she's asked me the last few times and I don't know what to do with it.
Hey, Joel. Austin.
Nope, no,
Is that anything?
Even cold.
500 degrees.
I can't, it's cold, I can't turn my space heater on because it's
I
loud.
got a t-shirt on, I'm hot.
I'm cold.
Welcome to our life.
Okay, next meeting will be next Monday to go through ordinances and stuff.
Is that at 6 o'clock?
Yes. No, wait, no. We're changing it to 6:30
Oh, we are?
because of Donna. I think she has a client until 5:30 in Brookings.
I'll
So,
get here when I get here.
right, yeah.
And next regular meeting will be May 11th. And so with that, we have applications to review for lifeguard and a fill-in librarian. So, I'm gonna make a motion to go into executive
I'll make a motion to go into executive session for personnel.
Okay?
And legal.
And legal. So motion by Prue,
I'll second.
I'll go with Joe, good, we're pointing towards Joe.
Okay, thank you. I heard it, I heard it. I made a noise.
So I declare